Installation process of AutoCAD is pretty straightforward. If you have ever installed any software onto your computer, you should be able to install AutoCAD. So you gotta go to autodesk.com.au, go to product section, and you'll see AutoCAD there. Now, if you're a student, you can get the free version of AutoCAD by signing up as a student. You can also download the trial version of AutoCAD by clicking on download a free trial. Let's get back to AutoCAD. AutoCAD is installed, you can go to Start menu and search for AutoCAD, and you get to see AutoCAD 2020. Just click on that. AutoCAD for the first time, this is the window that you're gonna see. We are at the Start window. Here I've got a Getting Started section, a Recent Document section, and a Notification. Getting Started is a section where you will have everything to start a new project or open an existing one. Recent Document will show you all the recent document that you have opened in AutoCAD. Notification column has information related to your account, such as an update notification, a 360 account notification. A 360 is a cloud-based storage provided by Autodesk with an AutoCAD subscription. By creating a new drawing, in Getting Started section, you have Start Drawing button, Open Files, open a sheet set, get more templates online, explore sample drawings. We're going to start by clicking on templates. These are all the templates that you can choose from, and they basically contain some settings like unit drawing settings. These are the templates. We will learn how to create our own templates, but most basic template is acad.dwt. That is an extension for template in AutoCAD. You can simply click on Start Drawing, which will by default use acad.dwt. I'm going to simply click on Start Drawing. This will create us a new drawing. We have a new drawing created. Let's talk about user interface in AutoCAD. Right on the left, you have application button. We have a quick access toolbar. We got info bar. This area is called ribbon. And in the ribbon, we have palettes like draw palette, a modify palette, annotation palette, layers palette, properties, group, utilities, clipboard, view. We have a files tab. We have a view cube. We got navigation bar. Also, we have this command palette, which is very important. We're going to write a lot of commands there. We have layout tabs, and then we got this status bar. This area is your working area. Clicking on application button will get you some commands, like you can create a new project, you can open, save as, you can import files like from PDF or DGN. You can export file to these formats. You can also publish to, send 3D print service, archive it. We have a print section, drawing utilities, and you can close that. And here you get to see an option, a button here. This will give you an options regarding your AutoCAD settings and stuff. So we're going to be creating a new project. I'm going to click on close and click on no. And we're going to start by a new drawing. I can click on the Start Drawing button here, or I can go to this big A icon and click on New. Clicking on New will give me this window, which already targeting templates folder in AutoCAD, and that's the same file that you were seeing here in templates. Okay, so I'm just showing you different ways that you can create a new project. I'm going to click on New, select this, click on Open. That will give you a new drawing. And how do we save a new file? I'm going to click on this A button, click on Save. This will give me this window. I'm going to go to Desktop, and I'm going to change the name to Drawing 1. And the extension that you notice here is DWG. All the AutoCAD drawing extension is DWG. You have a file of types. I can click on this, and you can see you can store your file compatible with older version of AutoCAD as well. For example, here we have an option for AutoCAD 2000 LT. Okay, What that means is that if you select that bit, the file that will be stored will be compatible with this version of AutoCAD as well and above. But I'll be using this AutoCAD 2018 drawing because we're going to be using the updated version anyway. So I'm going to click on save. Now this file isn't saved. I'm going to click on this A button, click on close to close this. You'll notice that in the recent document, you get to see that file. You can click on it here to open the file, or I can go to open files, clicking on this button, or I can go to open files, click on this button. Let's click on open and click on open drawing. I'm going to go to desktop and double click on drawing 1. That will give me this file. I have a quick access toolbar right here. This toolbar contains most of the frequently used tools from application button. To add or remove an option from a quick access toolbar, simply click on arrow pointing down and check or uncheck the option you want to keep or hide. The quick access toolbar contains tools such as OpenSave, Plot, Layer, Workspace, Sheet, Set Manager, Properties, and Menu Bar. Some of these tools are also available in the application menu of AutoCAD. We have an info bar that we talked about. In info bar, there is an input field which reads type a keyword or phrase. You can type the name of any command or tool to get more information about it. Simply type the name of the command and hit the enter to get the help file related to that command. You need to be connected to internet in order to use this feature. This bar also contains other features such as sign into account, access to Autodesk App Store, and more help options. Also seen we have a ribbon area. Ribbon area contains all the tools and commands properly arranged into different tabs and panels. We got home, insert, annotate, parametric, and so on. In the ribbon area, we got different panels like draw panel and so on. You can also customize your ribbon area. I'm going to right click here and I can see there's an option for show tabs. I can turn on and off tabs. I can turn on and off panels. So in terms of panels, I'm going to just uncheck draw and you'll see you won't see draw panel any longer. Right click, go to show panels and turn on draw panel. You can also drag them out if you want. Ribbon is the best place that you can have your panels. You will notice this little button there. If you click on that, it tells you return panels to ribbon and it will put that back into a default position. So I'm just going to click on that and you'll see draw panel is going back to where it was. You can also click on this little arrow which will expand the commands of these panels. So we have extra commands in modify panel, annotation panel, layers panel, block panels. Except clipboard, pretty much all panels got this little arrow which can be used to expand these commands. We have tabs like home tab. We got insert tab, annotate, parametric, view, manage. If I click on insert tab, you will see the ribbon panels are changed. Now we have a block definition, a reference, import, a data, and location, linking, and extraction. So depending on the tab that you're in, you will see those commands. For example, in annotate panel, you get all the commands related to dimension and annotation on your drawing. You get to see this annotate here as well. Well, these are pretty much the same thing, but annotate tab will give you a lot more commands related to annotation. Home tab is basically combined of panels with some most common used commands. We can also turn on and off tabs as well. I'm going to right click, go to show tabs, and I'm going to, let's just say, turn off output. Click on that and it's gone. Let's take a look at this file tab. You get to see start and drawing 1. You can click on this plus button here to create a new drawing. Let me go and create one. So it automatically assigned the name drawing 5. Now you can switch between drawings by clicking on these tabs as well. You can create as many as drawings you want by clicking on this plus button. We have a view cube and we got a navigation bar there. Let's take a look at what is navigation bar. Now we know AutoCAD has a capability of doing 3D modeling. So if you click on this 2D wireframe, you get to see a different visual styles. Like you have this hidden, realistic, shaded with edges, sketchy, wireframe, X-ray, and 2D wireframe. All the 2D work will be done in 2D wireframe, but when you get to do some 3D modeling, then you might want to go to shaded, realistic, or shaded with edges. We will take a look at these visual styles later in the course, but just bear in mind that you can actually switch between these visual styles by clicking on this 2D wireframe and quickly switching between them. You can also switch into the viewport. So you got to see top. Right now, because we are in a 2D wireframe, we are looking at our drawing from the top. You can also look at from the left. You can look at from the front. You can look at from the SW isometric. Now, right now, I know this doesn't make sense. I'm going to go back to top and we are going to switch our workspace to 3D basics. And I'm going to click on this box and I'm just going to draw that box. Now I'm going to change the viewport or model views to, let's just say, SW isometric, and you get to see this 3D box there. I'm going to go and change 2D wireframe to, let's just say, shaded, and you get to see the box is there. I'm going to click on this and now it says custom view. I'm going to click on that and then we're going to go to NW isometric. Now you notice one thing gets animated when I click on some of the view models or model views. So let's just say any SE. You pay attention here, okay, while I click on that. So any, and you'll see it's basically a visual representation of these model views. I can click on this back, I can click on the corner, I can click on the top, I can click on this corner, and it's telling me west, north, east, and south as well. So this is a really great way and a quick way to actually switch between your model views. To click on this setting button and switch back to drafting and annotation. Don't worry about that now. We will talk about 3D basic and 3D modeling in the section where we talk about 3D stuff in AutoCAD. I'm going to select this bit and press delete key to delete it. We're going to go back to drawing 1 and I'm going to start closing drawing 5 and drawing 6. Let's click on no because we created a box there. That's why it had something saved. So it's making sure that before we close a file, whether we want to save it or we want to discard it. So by clicking on no, I discarded that file. Next, we have command line, or you can call it command palette. That's a very important thing in AutoCAD. Nowadays, this has basically taken a modern approach to apply commands. But if you go back in the history, let's say AutoCAD 2000, 2004, like 15 years ago or even 10 years ago, this command palette was like heavily used. All the commands were used to type inside this. So we're going to take a look at how do we write commands to the command line or command palette and how do we execute them. Throughout the course, I will refer to it as command line. All your typed commands will show up in a command line, so you don't need to click on a command line to start typing any AutoCAD command. Just start typing without selecting anything, and the input will be added to command line. I'm going to start by just typing LINE. I'm going to press enter. Notice in command line, you get to see line specify first point. So when you execute a command line will basically guide you what step to take. So it's saying specify first point. So using mouse, I'm just going to click, and then command line has changed its message. It says line specify next point or undo. I'm going to go and click here, and it changed its message again. It says line specify next point or exit undo. So I can press enter to exit, And you see these messages here. It says specify first point, specify next or undo, specify next point, exit or undo. So anytime you start a command, you will see a message regarding that command in a command line. So we do that one more time. I'm going to press L, and it's going to open up this window, and it's going to show me what are the commands that starts from L. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to click in my drawing area, and as you can see, it's just drawing all the lines for me. If I press enter or return on a Mac or spacebar as well, it will end the command. So command line is a pretty important. You will see a lot of messages there which will guide you through using commands. So have a layout tab. We got three things there: model, layout 1 and layout 2. Layout tabs are like sheets of your drawing on which you can arrange different views of drawing. And finally, plot multiple sheets. For example, if you have a house plan in a model space where the floor, elevation, section and detailed drawings are all made in a model space, then you can use a layout tab to place them separately on a different sheet, such as a layout for a plan view, another for all elevations, and another for all details drawing. By default, the model tab will be active, and for the most part of this course, we will be working inside a model tab. We will also learn about layouts later in the course. So have a status bar. We got some commands in a status bar. The option in a status bar help in making precise drawings. The tool in a status bar, such as Object Snap, help you to select precise options. Points such as midpoint, endpoint, and geometry. And tools such as Polar and Ortho mode help you to make lines that are aligned at any angle or horizontal and vertical lines. We'll take a look at these commands separately in a proper video where we'll talk about status bar commands.